what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Echo FM.
Don't touch that dial.
We are the fresh news people. Echo FM 100.7.
Music.
Music.
Music just the way you like it. The way you like it. We are Echo FM 100.7.
The fresh news people.
No station does it better like we do.
Be happy. The landlord say your rent is late. He may have to litigate, but don't worry. Be happy. I give you my phone number. When you're worried, call me.
Be happy. Yes, I know most of the time is very difficult. What do they say? Well, I know they finish. One day, one trouble. One day, one trouble. You're trying to solve one, another one comes. You're trying to finish up with that one, another one comes. And then, trust me, you find out that you now wallow in self-pity. Yes, that's what we'll be talking about today, self-pity. Self-pity and how it impacts negatively on our mental health. Did you ever think of that? That it's possible that someone who has got self-pity or is living, in that realm of self-pity can later on start to have some mental health conditions? Are you aware? If you didn't know of that, now you know. And I want you to sit back, relax, while we take a ride together and listen to everything I have to say based on research. I would always tell you, I love to talk about these things. I am not a certified expert. Let me say yes, because I'm working towards it, okay? However, I do a lot of research for things like this. So I want us to establish a fact before I go ahead and tell you that self-pity is not a mental illness. Number one, it is a behavioral pattern. It is an emotional reaction. It can indicate an underlying mental health condition. I will go ahead to state those mental health conditions as we progress. Now, questions for you. Do you always find yourself in a space where you sit and wallow in pity and always ask yourself, why does everything bad happen to me? Why is it only me? Every time, Mary, not Math King. Why? Why do I keep losing money? Why do I keep losing people? Do you ask yourself that question almost all the time? And then when you submit yourself to self-pity, are you aware you are giving up on yourself? There's something they say in Pidgin. Now, who give up, carry last? I don't know if you've heard that before. Yes. Are you also aware that self-pity can make you feel like nothing good will ever come your way, and there is no point in trying to solve your problem? And that is where the problem now comes up. Because you feel that, I have tried many times, I have failed. What's the point? And then you get stuck in your self-pity. You sit there, you wallow all day, you don't want to hang out, you don't want to talk to anyone, you don't want to be friends with anyone. And before you know it, gradually it slides into depression. And from depression, before you know, what do they say in Igbo? Okopola, right? The person goes overboard. And then you're wondering, what's going on? We don't have mental illness in our family. How come this person has come down with, mental health issues and is now hallucinating and talking to themselves? Did you ever think of it? that it could be as a result of chronic self-pity. That person must have allowed self-pity override them. That's what we'll be talking about today. Now, let me share some stories, personal experiences. Growing up, I actually saw a lot, just like a lot of us as humans. Growing up, we all have our stories to tell. However, my story might not be the same as yours. Your story might not be peculiar to that of another person. I used to have a very close relation of mine who didn't get married early, okay? A lady, actually. She didn't settle down on time. I think she settled down in her late 30s. And then finally, when she settled down, she had the first child, it was a baby girl. She had the second child, it was a baby girl. She had the third child, it was a baby girl. And then when it was time to have the fourth child, the doctor told her clearly, madam, you're risking your life. Please, I would want to advise you, after this pregnancy, do not take in again. And she's like, I have to try. My husband is really, after me because I don't have a male child yet. I'm not telling you what I watched in Nollywood. Real life experience of someone I know, someone very close to me. And then the doctor said, okay, no problem. Let's give this last one a try. Because she had to do the cesarean section, she was pregnant for twins. And guess what, people? She finally had her babies through cesarean section, had a lot of complications. And guess the baby she had, twin boys. They both died. They died. They were able to resuscitate her because she almost passed on as well. Now, remember the aim of her trying the fourth time to have a male child. And now the doctor had warned previously never to go again after the fourth pregnancy, and then she lost the twin babies. 2 boys on the spot. As I speak with you till now, that woman has not recovered. Why? Right after that operation and everything, she went home, she recuperated, she was never herself. She kept on crying, she kept on lamenting, she kept on thinking about the baby she had lost. And then, yes, the man was there, supportive. Don't worry about it, don't worry, we'll see, we'll see how we can scale through together. The same man, after, was it up to 4 years, went and got married to another wife. And then started having children. And guess what? That woman, 2 male children. So for somebody like that, it will seem more like the world has ended. And she was never happy. Up till now, she's not happy. She was in self-pity and she allowed it get to her brain. It started affecting her mentally. That is one story. I also know a story of a man who struggled, did a lot of businesses and finally made a lot of money and said, okay, now it's time for me to settle down, and picked the first wife. Married this woman. They lived for like 2-3 years, and all of a sudden she fell ill. Rushed her to the hospital. Due to one issue or the other, she passed on. People visited the man. Don't worry, you have to move on, don't worry, things will change. And the man said, I believe you, I will try again. After 2 years, he got married to another woman. Was living happily with this woman. Although they had fertility issues, she couldn't conceive. And then one day, after like 3 years, on her way back to the house, she was involved in a fatal accident and died. Now this man lost how many wives? 2 wives. Just like that. And from that day till now, as I speak with you, he has totally refused to get married again or even go into a relationship. He's celibate. He says, I don't want any of this. Maybe I was called to be a priest and I'm not aware. And he has been living his life just like that. Now, these are experiences of people. People are going through a lot. I don't want to talk about people that have been scammed. There are a lot of things. We will still talk about that if time permits. But I want you to know that people are wallowing in self-pity. I do not blame them. No, I do not blame them. If it doesn't happen to you, you will not know the gravity of something until it is felt by you. Trust me when I tell you that. So let's go straight into it. Self-pity is the excessive self-centered feeling of sorrow, feeling of sadness or unhappiness regarding one's own suffering, difficulties, or perceived unfair treatment. It involves indulging in a victim's mentality, often focusing inward on your problems rather than solutions. So it is not a good emotion at all. Why? Because it can hinder your emotional growth. Self-pity is when you feel really down about yourself and certain situations and you start to dwell on it. You start to ask yourself a lot of questions. Why me? Why is this happening to me all the time? Poor me. No, I don't need to try again. I just think I should stay where I am. That is self-pity. It can show up as feeling sorry for yourself, focusing on your problems, comparing yourself to other people. This person, we went to secondary school together. We went to higher institution together. Now see, he has traveled abroad. He's in the UK. He's doing very well for himself. And here I am, doing a clerk's job, doing a secretary's job and earning 50,000 naira. What kind of life is this? Why me? Poor me. And you remain there. You did not think of ways to develop yourself so that you can go to the UK as well. No. You did not ask yourself, what did this person do? What measures did he put in place? And also, you also did not remember that our destinies are quite different. My destiny and that of Marv King is not the same. Maybe in the next 2-3 years, Marv King will go over, to a foreign country. I might be here talking on the microphone. Yes, it's my calling. I'm not saying I'm going to be stuck here forever, but I'm making a point. That's if you understand what I'm saying. So you start to talk down on yourself. A lot of negative self-talk. That is self-pity. However, there's a difference between self-pity and sadness. Now, I want you to know that they are emotions, right? They feel similar, but they are kind of distinct. Sadness is a natural emotional response to a difficult situation like grief. When you lose a spouse, you lose someone, fire got your shop, and then you have a lot of, what do they call it, goods in your shop. And you now go into grief. You're grieving, or you lose something. You're disappointed. You're suffering from heartbreak. Yes, it is natural to feel sad. Sadness is a feeling that can be intense, but it usually temporarily can, phase off or fade out on its own. And then you heal from it. That is natural. It is sadness. Why, on the other hand, self-pity is more about how you respond to sadness or difficulties. It is when you get stuck in those feelings of why me, poor me, and it can become a bit of a comfort zone for you because you tell yourself, no need to try again. Let me remain where I am. And then it can make you focus on your suffering and make it very difficult for you to move on. That's the difference between the two. So what situations warrant self-pity? I've told you 2 stories. There are a lot of situations for people who are struggling with underlying health issues, cancer, end-stage cancer. The doctors have told you, oh, we're so sorry, madam. There's nothing more that can be done about your situation. We are so sorry. You have between now and December 2026 to survive. So go and make amends if you're not in good terms with people. Oh, my God. That is the saddest thing for any human being to hear. If you're living with cancer, you're trying to, survive. I am with you. I know what you're passing through. And all of us right here, we stand with you. Please be strong, okay? That is one typical scenario that can drive someone to go into self-pity. Another one is heartbreak. You have dated John, dated Joe, dated Johnson, dated Guinea-Qua, what's JJ, another name. It's like people who their names start with J, they like to break people's hearts. Jude, Jade, Guinea, John Doe, John Boo. You've dated a lot of J's, and then one after the other, they keep breaking your heart. And then you tell yourself as a lady, I beg, what's there to try again? They've used me and they've dumped me. I'm tired of this life. I'm not going to move ahead. All men are the same, and you sit there. And then years come and continue to pass you by. Because you are still stuck in self-pity, you don't want to move ahead. But when other people are moving ahead, you start to get jealous. You're envious of them. That is self-pity. It's vice versa. Also for the men. Nkechi did this to me. Uche Chuku did this to me. Nancy did this to me. Amaka did this to me. All women are fear women. Fear women. They are evil. And then you stay there. You don't want to settle down. You don't want to go into a relationship. Because even the Bible says it. It is not good for a man to be alone. I know that, yes, not all relationship will end in marriage. But we encourage healthy relationships. Why? Because you need companionship at some point in your life as an adult. Trust me. Okay, that is by the way. So these are all situations that can warrant you to come down with self-pity, right? There are a lot of things I have on my table, but let me skip it because of time. So I want you to know that it's not going to get any better if you do not help yourself. That is number one message. It's not going to get any better if you do not work on your mental strength and capacity. It is not going to get any better if you do not speak to yourself and talk to yourself that, well, you can overcome, you can come out of this trouble, all these trials, all this temptation. If you do not tell yourself, it's not going to get better. I'll open up the phone lines. I have a lot to say. I'm not done. I like to talk. But I want to hear from you this morning. Let us have a conversation. And please, when you do call me, because we are almost out of time, okay? The time is ticking really fast today. You have few seconds to make your point as brief as possible so that I can accommodate a lot of calls this morning. 0911 20022 0707 4541014. 0911 20022 0707 4541014. I'd love to hear from you this morning. You want to contribute to what I'm talking about, share your experiences briefly so that other people can learn. Now is the time. Hello.
Hello, Sister Mary. Good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you today?
I am okay, perfectly.
Thank God. What's your name, please?
Amanda calls from Owerri, and as the Bible teacher, also called Dr. Peters.
Oh, my Dr. Peters. It's good to have you. Go ahead.
I've been listening to your stories, and many of them are very pathetic.
Okay.
And so touching, really.
Yes.
And I came to myself, what I used to say. I have seen people suffer a lot in this life. And then when I preach, they say, God loves everyone. Oh, God doesn't hate anyone. But what about people who are passing through these things? Does God hate them?
Okay.
You know? And as a researcher, I now go deep to find out, why are these things ever happening when the Almighty, righteous God is there? You know? And then I have some few prescriptions or solutions, observation. Yes. If you look at it, there are people who from January to December will be complaining about no money. Say them again tomorrow. Oh, no money. The other week, the other month. See, the year ends. Then they enter another year. The same thing. It's never coming out. You see. Yeah, the thing is that there are so many things fighting against us as human beings. Many of them are not ordinary. Okay. Yeah, there are accidental occurrences, like when we fail to do what we're supposed to do. You know, the repercussions might come on us. But there are people who didn't do anything and are suffering these things. This is the reason why people should always investigate their background. Okay. There are people in life whose parents did something in the past, broke another family, put them in pain, and those families out of, heartbreak, made some comments, and then that is affecting their children. Some people now say, why would it not affect those parents? Why would it affect their children? Yes, the law of retribution doesn't work straight. There are certain things you do. If you don't go and amend them and make peace with the people you dealt with, you will be made to taste the savour of what you did by removing something that is important to you so that you suffer a heartbreak and now know what the other people felt when you did it to them. Okay. That is law of karma working on many people. And those spirits never tire. Okay. They are the executors of those judgments. Once it is passed and it is executed, even 1 million years, they will be fighting against that person.
Try to summarize, please.
Yeah. And at times we try to say prayer, but no. Except you go back and discover, then remove it from the root. They never get tired. The person will still remember. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Peters. I appreciate you as always. And he has taken it to the other angle, spiritual angle, generational curses, law of karma, law of retribution, and what have you. I have no arguments, okay? And it's also possible that most people go through what they go through due to the law of karma. I'm not arguing about that. All right, but let's try not to deviate from the main reason for the conversation today, because like I said, self-pity is not a mental illness. However, the things that come with it can predispose you to coming down with mental health issues, okay? And that's what we are talking about. You can link it to anything you want to link it to. However, I'd love to also hear your experiences if you can. Hello?
Hello, Mary. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Ugo. I'm calling from Owerri.
How are you, Ugo?
Hey, I'm good.
Okay.
This your topic. It seems that you are saying it because of me.
Oh, try.
This life has shown me shaggy.
Kai.
I lost my wife 5 years ago, 2020, and that despite I will never have anything to do with that woman in my life again.
Oh my God.
Even I could remember last month I came interview on your special about our driving job. The one they asked me, when the MD asked me, am I ready to move on to marry? I said no, it's not, and it's not even in my agenda. Really, my story. I have 5 kids. I lost 4. One, it's only one that remains.
I know,
So
I understand.
That's so even at that time I would be working on it, but I have been sharing tears.
Oh
nobody
my.
knows what I'm passing.
Kai.
Nobody knows what I'm passing.
Ugo Chukwu.
This your program at least is an encouragement to me.
Yeah, I'm so glad. I'm grateful that at least I've been able to at least get to people who are suffering from this. Well, you can hang up. Let me address. So sorry, Ugo Chukwu. And I really appreciate you for calling to share your personal experience. He says he lost his wife 5 years ago. He already has 5 kids and has decided not to get married. That is really heartbreaking. I know the feeling. I'm not wearing your shoes, right? But I know the feeling. Ugo, the only thing I can tell you, it's okay to not get married again. Oh, I'm not saying you must go and get, no, because that's the trauma alone. Oh my God, is something. But what I'm only encouraging is that just try to move on. You can remember her, right? Once in a while. But move on. And you should be grateful. Practice gratitude is still what I will tell you later. You even have 5 kids. I told you of a man who lost 2 wives. No issue. You have 5 kids. So, Ugo, the bottom line is, please, you just have to move on. You have really tried. It's not easy. And thank God you have kids that will stand by you. Okay? I wish you the best. And I love you so much. Thank you for calling. Hello?
Hello, Slim Diva.
Hi. Good morning to you.
Good morning. I greet you in the studio.
I greet you too. What's your name?
Yes, indeed. Calling you here from Elume Chemical Bibizena.
Ah, Nda, you're welcome.
Yes, thanks, my dear. Let me use the language everybody understands. Slim Diva.
Yes, please.
You see this thing we call incubator. That thing has caused so many problems in this country. I beg you, if the government wants, let them speak more louder towards every hospital or maternity having that incubator. I'm telling you, that oxygen you are seeing, I am in a situation whereby I've seen a situation whereby a woman was under labor. Only to rush her to the hospital, she gave birth of twins children. Before you know it, it became premature and there's no oxygen. I'm telling you, Slim Diva, the husband, the wife was sitting down there watching the children die one after the other.
Oh, my God.
So it's very, very painful and shocking. So let the government do something about it.
Okay.
Even these local women that do born, they should register with one hospital. In case if they have such problem, those people will come for their rescue. Government should do something about it. People are really losing their kids Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you, Nda. Commenting on the update I gave, in as much as that's not the topic for today, but he's actually making a lot of sense. And yes, thank you so much, Nda AGK. We're still talking about self-pity, and its negative impact on our mental health. I'll go ahead to tell you about how it impacts health, mentally. Let me squeeze in this call before I do that. Hello?
So Mary, I called back. I'm going. Maybe you see, you don't understand me. You don't get me well. I say I have 5 kids. 4 died. Kathy Sinekwa is my in-law. I married from house.
Oh, 5 kids. You lost 4.
Yes, 4 died. You remember 1.
Oh
Apart from Kathy Sinekwa is my in-law.
Oh, Chimo. So sorry. Oh, I did not hear very well. Ugo, I don't even know what to say. Really, I don't know what to say. But just move on. Yeah, move on, Ugo Chuku. Talk to yourself and tell yourself that irrespective of the fact that you have lost 4 children, you see that one that you have, hold her or hold him dearly and move on. Nobody knows what the future holds. That one child will grow up, get educated, do everything, even maybe travel out, finally settle down and have 10 children for you. Yes, 10 grand you have. I know what I'm saying. Nobody knows what the future holds. So all you need to do is hope for the best. Hope is all we have. Hope. Be hopeful, okay? So sorry, Ugochukwu. Hello? Okay, we lost that call. Good morning.
Mary, the slim is well.
You're welcome. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
I'm very well. Very, very well. What's your name?
Samuel Igoyinfa.
Okay.
I'm calling from Nazareth.
Go ahead, Samuel.
Yes. Based on your topic, every one of us have a story. And some of us, our stories are so touching that when we sit you down a whole week, a whole month will not be enough to explain it. But in all things, like me, I once went and got acid that I will use to kill myself.
What?
Yes. I will have to say that anytime I'm trying to advise people on how to hold on, I will tell them the story. I suffered and suffered. It's not that we are poor in my family, At least that average family. We have never begged for food. I watch my father give people food. But on my way to survive and be on my own, I saw so many things that discourages me. Disappointments and, the occurrence of evil, the occurrence of disappointment, those things. So at the point I was thinking, is my own different? I went and got an acid, of acid. I purposely did that to end it.
Oh my God.
But a portion of the word of God saved me that night. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 10. It says, he who searches for silver does not have it enough. He who goes for gold can never be satisfied for it. That was the deliverance I had, and I am alive today. Several years ago, that happened. I had series of accidents that can claim life while driving, but I am alive today. If I begin to mention them, your program will not accommodate it today, but I want to let you know that whosoever that is passing through anything, just hang on and hold on God. Follow your Maker. He is the only one that can give you direction. There are so many people that I believe that they can change my life. I followed them, served them, trusted them for, a better life, but they disappointed me. Two of my friends now, two of them, they are well noted people. One of them is a world billionaire. One is a notable face. If I call his name on social media, you might know him. He's my close associate when I was somewhere in training.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm not rushing to go and meet him and saying, give me money because I am satisfied where I am now.
Yes.
I want a day we'll meet on a happy ground. You get? So if you're passing through anything as a person, don't just conclude. Hold on God. God is the only one that can give you direction and give you hope. And from there, you can stand and make life meaningful.
Very true.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Samuel Igoifa. And somehow I wanted to laugh. So you have link like this. You know the world, one of the billionaires we have in this world. Samuel Igoifa, you're a big person. Oh. Connect us now. Abi, what did they say? Share link. What's that word? Give us updates. Okay, Samuel says, hold on and hang on. Everything will be fine. So quickly, let me drop some more points before I go back to the conversation or to the phone lines. There are so many ways self-pity can impact on your mental health. Number one, it can deepen mental health disorders. It can spiral into depression, anxiety, and in some cases lead to unhealthy coping mechanisms like substance abuse. In your bid to just do something so that you don't think about what has happened in the past, you give into alcoholism, you give into abuse of drugs, and you start to use some substances. Now, another thing it can do to you is that it can reduce your motivation and action by fostering a sense of helplessness. Self-pity prevents taking constructive steps, leading to stagnation, procrastination, and self-sabotage. Another thing it can do to you is isolation and damaged relationships. Constant complaining due to self-pity can push other people away. Oh, leave me alone, I beg. All of you are the same. You want me to be your friend? I cannot be your friend. Just leave me, I beg, I beg. I've seen it all. People have dealt with me in this life. And yes, they will leave. They'll walk away from your life and then you remain where you are, stagnated. Okay? And then another thing I wanted to say can create loneliness that exacerbates mental distress. Chronic negativity and rumination, it traps your mind in a circle of focusing on why me instead of finding solutions. You will now see the world as a hopeless place, as a place where you shouldn't be, and it distorts your reality of life. So I know you're wondering, why is self-pity so comfortable? I want you to know that it's very easy to fall into that trap. It can be highly addictive. It is self-indulgent and causes us to dwell on our own misfortunes, our griefs, our sorrows. And it also makes us to believe that our current thoughts represent the reality and then begs for other people to pity us because it looks like, at that point you want to get attention. So you just be there begging for other people to pity that situation and you're comfortable anytime someone says, sorry, I hear wetin happen, that's something that must have happened maybe a year or 2 years ago, but you are still there waiting for people to always come there and say sorry to you. That is what self-pity does. Okay, so while I was doing my research, an author, Amy Morin, she's actually a mental health expert, and she went on to say that for you to be mentally strong, there are a lot of things you should start doing from now. Number one on the list as part of our recommendations is that you should not feel sorry for yourself. Create a gratitude journal or perform kind acts of services. Okay? Now, you should now learn to focus your attention outside of yourself. It's not easy, but it's number one step. Number one step. When you look around you, for instance, you've been scammed. Maybe what they scammed you is 50,000 naira. Just imagine, as a business person, someone walked into your shop to buy something and then sent you fake alert. And you did not notice until the person left. And you cry, you shed tears, you say, 50,000 naira, my 50,000 naira is gone. And then all of a sudden, that same day, you now look at maybe a few meters away from your shop, there's a story building of shops filled and stocked to the brim with goods, imported goods. So I'm not talking about goods you can source locally. And you know how expensive foreign products can be. And then all of a sudden there is a spark and then fire, bam. 6 shops, raised down to ashes. Those people will be there crying, my life, oh, I've lost millions, I've lost billions, and you are crying for 50,000 naira. So most of the time, remove yourself. Just look at other people around you. By the time you know what people are passing through, you'll be grateful for your life. That is one. Secondly, don't shy away from change. I know that it's difficult, but you have to move on. Thirdly, do not waste your energy on things that you cannot control. Very important. If there's anything you've tried to change, it's not working out, leave it. There are a lot of things that we cannot control as humans. Leave it and continue with your life. Don't worry about pleasing everybody, okay? Don't worry about that. You should learn to state your facts. Let people know exactly who you are. I don't want to go deep into that, but just leave it at that. And then don't fear taking calculated risks. After you have lost that amount of money, and then you now get scared and you say, oh, Biko, I not do business again. I want to shut down the shop. I'm tired of getting scammed. I'm tired. But you did not ask yourself, what am I not doing right? Why are people always scamming me? So what measures should I put in place so that it doesn't happen again? And then when you put those measures in place, trust me, you see that those people will not find it easy again scamming you. And then you go ahead to do your business. That is you taking calculated risk. And then don't dwell on the past. He dumped me. She dumped me. I'm tired. What my employer did to me, that man, very wicked. You dwell on it. It will gradually help you slide into self-pity. And then do not make the same mistakes over and over again. When you end a relationship or when there is heartbreak and you want to move on, first of all, ask yourself, what did I not do right in that relationship? Why did it end? Before you go over to the next one, it's not when it crashes, you now tell yourself, I said it now. I was not made to be in a relationship. And then don't give up after your first failure. Do not resent other people's success because yours is on the way. And then don't think that the world owes you anything. No, the same way I came to this world is the same way Mafkin came to this world. It's the same way everybody here came to this world. So nobody was created special. No. You are human, I am human. It's blood that runs through your veins. It's the same blood that flows through my veins. However, yes, I know our destinies are different, but there are things you can do in life that will take you up faster than your mates. Why not learn to develop yourself? And then don't expect immediate results, okay? For people, I would always talk about business because I know that some people set up a business today and they want to start reaping today. It doesn't work like that, oh. You have to be extremely patient. And you now wallow in self-pity. Wow, I pumped in all my money into this business. It's not working out. I'm tired of life. What kind of life is this? There's nothing I've not done. And you start to complain. You start to beat yourself up. Please do not do that, okay? So according to a research that was done in 2011, it suggests that self-compassion, which is made up of 3 components, can now help you. Being understanding and kind to yourself during times of failure can help you come out of self-pity. Keeping painful thoughts and feelings in a mindful state, you don't allow it define you. It can help you come out from self-pity. And then viewing your negative outcomes as part of the overall human experience. And you tell yourself it is part of life. That is you now changing your perspective. Switch from self-pity to self-compassion. And then tell me if things will not move for you. So you have to change your perspective. Remind yourself that everyone has got struggles. Everyone has got things that stresses them out. And then change your perspective. It's not easy, but it depends on you. Practice mindfulness, okay? Allow those negative thoughts. When they come, allow it to go immediately. Don't dwell on it. And you start to cry and you lock yourself up. You don't want to see anybody. You don't want to talk to anybody. That is self-pity. And then practice gratitude. Very important. Be grateful for the little things that you have. You do not have it all. There are people who do not have at all. Someone has a Toyota and is complaining that he has a Toyota. He wants to go for a bigger vehicle, a Jeep. There's somebody that doesn't even have a tire. Somebody does not even have a bicycle. He treks. Practice gratitude. And I have a lot to say. Another thing that can help is learn to get support from your friends. Learn to have a kind of connection with people around you, okay? So that when those negative thoughts come, you quickly find a way to talk to people around you. And before you know, you start to gist. Listen to music. Read a novel. Watch movies. We have a lot of comedy skits on social media. You can subscribe to those comedy channels. By the time you laugh and you laugh, what do they say? Laughter is the best medicine. You forget about your sorrows. It's not easy, but trust me, with all of these things, you can help yourself. And then, yes, pray. You can pray about it. And there are a lot of symptoms I also told you about, but the last thing I would recommend is that you see a psychiatrist or a psychologist, especially if it has gone into your brain. If it's now affecting you mentally, your self-pity is affecting you, see a psychiatrist or a psychologist. They would recommend the best therapies for you to undergo, and trust me, you'll come out of it. I just want you to know I love you so much, and I'll be here, okay? If you want to talk, you can always find a way to reach me right here on Echo FM. We'll talk about these things, and then if there will be need to refer you to psychiatrist or psychologist, yes, definitely, I'll do that. Thank you for listening. My name is Mary Omeni Wode, the Slim Diva, your most adorable. Thank you, Marv King. At 12, we'll bring you the news at noon. Stay tuned.
Echo FM.
Yes. Don't know if you stop me, you better beside me. They just a kitty kitty kata kata kitty kitty. I see they laugh me, they no go fit deny it. They be the woody woody wara wara wiri shit I don't be try me, they no go fit decide me. I be the higgy higgy yogarana, you be living now they got the one and I only me survive it. I can't do mini wanna silly umpala na mona chimuso. 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 Umpala na mona chimuso.
So what else are you looking for? We have all the shows and programs to keep you entertained, as you navigate through the day. Keep your radio dial locked on Echo FM 100.7. Don't touch your radio dial.
The one I gonna holla baba holla my trouble was but you take you make you from bum bum. I surely conquer, I know fit tire, Missy Fabanza, Namburuku Banka, the one man, Fatari Bajimaka, or when no chata, and Chukunya Lomaka,
Don't touch that dial.
We are the fresh news people.
Echo FM 100.7.
I see the laugh, they no go fit deny it. They mean the wuru wuru wara wara wiri shit I don't be try me, they no go fit decide me. I be the higgy higgy I the country one and I only me survive it. I got the winnie wanna silly umpala na mona chimuso.
Music. Music just the way you like it. We are Echo FM 100.7.
The fresh news people.
No station does it better like we do.
So what else are you looking for? We have all the shows and programs to keep you entertained and informed as you navigate your day. Keep your radio dial locked on Echo FM 100.7. Don't touch your radio dial.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go. Echo FM.
Vale's Nigeria Industrial Policy 2025 demands speedy implementation. Health Ministry forces immediate exit for senior directors. No power, no growth. Dangote wants government. On the foreign scene, UN agency unveils $1.6 billion appeal, supports refugees in 7 countries. South Africa to deploy army within 10 days, tackle surging crime. And in the world of sports, Falcons to face Cameroon in pre-WAFCON friendlies. Today's news preview is on the Diamond Jubilee celebration. Akaburonye to be honored with chieftaincy title, board appointments at 60. Details shortly. And of course, we begin with national stories that says President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has unveiled Nigeria Industrial Policy 2025 with a charge to relevant ministries, departments and agencies of government to ensure speedy implementation. According to him, the policy, which is a roadmap for re-engineering Nigeria's industrial base, unlocking value across sectors and placing production, competitiveness and jobs at the center of the nation's economic strategy, has already established a clear implementation architecture because policies rarely fail at conception, but at execution. President Tinubu commended the Minister of State for Industry, Senator John Owan Eno, for his disciplined leadership and clarity of purpose in driving the process, adding that the minister has demonstrated that policy leadership is about substance, coordination, and follow-through. He also applauded the ministry's technical teams, industrial stakeholders, manufacturers, investors, and practitioners for shaping the policy into a document grounded in reality and informed by experience with their insights. In another development, the Federal Ministry of Health has ordered an immediate disengagement of directors who have spent at least 8 years in the directorate cadre with immediate effect. The director